So this is our project recommendation system using machine learning. Our project contains three major blocks which have hardware block and IoT block and a machine learning block. Now I am showing hardware block. What are the components being used in this project? First, we are using step down AC transformer, which is step down 230 AC to 12 volt DC. Then we have used the rectifier circuit, which contains bridge diode, capacitor, resistor, and voltage regulators. And here it is. And next, we are using Arduino Uno R3 board, which contains Atmega 328 microcontroller. Here it is. And also we have node MCU board here. We use this particularly for sending real-time parameters to IoT using Wi-Fi. We have LCD display to display the parameters, and we have two channel 2 relay circuit here for switching automatically. And then we have a USB to UART converter to interact with the laptops. The sensor used here by one. First we have DHT11 temperature and humidity sensor here, and next we have float level sensor here which measures the water level. And now we have soil moisture sensor here which is used to measure the moisture content in the soil. And now we using NPK sensor here which used to measure the nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium content in soil. And here it's a pH sensor used to measure the quality of the water. And here we have a DC 5 volt water pump. So whenever the water is below threshold, it will pump water automatically. I have mentioned a component used in this project. I will mention how this works. First, we give AC power supply to the transformer, which steps down 230 volt AC to 12 volt AC, and further send it to the rectifier circuit. And we have rectifier circuit here. It receives 12 volt AC from transformer, and bridge diode converts 12 volt AC to 12 volt DC. With the help of capacitor, we can get even pure 12 volt DC. And further, the 12 volt DC is regulated into 5 volt DC with the help of voltage regulator circuit. All the components are only capable of working only under DC voltage. 5 voltage is standard for all except 12 voltage DC for water pump motor. For Arduino and Node MCU, we give 5 volt DC to both. Arduino hosts all the sensors. We have two soil samples here. One is alluvial soil and other is red soil. Now the sensor will push the real-time data, that is analog values, to Arduino, and Arduino will make LCD to display those parameters. So we can see the nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, humidity, soil moisture and temperature, water level, and finally pH in real time. But Node MCO here, which will push all the parameters to IoT app called Kane for monitoring purpose, and so whatever shown in LCD display will be projected to the IoT interface in mobile application. So we can see all the values are synchronized correctly and simultaneously. Also, we can monitor the parameter in web application using Chrome or any web browser. Learning part, the core part of our project. First, we import two packages, namely pandas and numpy, and one more, the most important package, which is the core of the project, is sklearn package, which performs decision tree classifier algorithm, which comes under machine learning. And a USB to UART converter acts as interface to PC and the hardware. For prediction using machine learning, data sets are playing crucial role. Here we use data sets which were collected by surveyors from the experienced farmers who were peak at their cultivation time with the minimal number of losses. We can see all the parameters N, P, K, which represent the parameters, and also in labels we have assigned the unique number to the crops which attributes to those parameters. Okay, now it's saying predicting please wait. Okay, let's wait. Now it gave a outcome. It suggested coffee which is suitable for this particular soil conditions, and the parameters displayed in the screen only undergone the machine learning part. We gave simultaneous dynamical inputs from the hardware to PC by using UART converter, and it will give prediction continuously until the condition is okay. Now we are going to use our second sample, which is red soil. Before that, we are going to insert the soil and put some salt to water to manipulate the pH value of the water. Okay, now in LCD display the real time values of those parameters will be shown, and now we can bring IoT. And now here node MCU will send values of those parameters to IoT simultaneously in real time, and it always pushes like that. And now we gonna run again the code for sample 2, which is red soil. The code is running, and it displays predicting please wait. Let's see what it's gonna suggest. Okay, it suggested maize here, which will be best suited for this soil condition among others. Okay, it will show the prediction result continuously until the condition becomes false. Okay, thank you.